What happened to the day when everybody used to run and play and go to the pizza place and to play the arcade games? Oh man, things are different nowadays. It's really difficult, and you have to figure out how to organize and everything. You run out of space. My mommy said that, and oh wow, it's difficult. Just ran into Ernie, little boy I knew, like a Mexican guy. Now he's like older. I'm 32, so he's probably like 25 or something. He has a car and a wife and stuff. Very interesting. All right, so this morning it's 2018. 2018 January 13. Saturday morning, about 11 or 12 in the morning. Walking to the Cornelius Library. This is my private diary log. Oatmeal, Joey Arnold. And just want to tell you a few things on my mind. Running out of space on my hard drive. Always deleting stuff, like mostly videos. Mostly have videos on my hard drive. On my laptop, the laptop only has like a 1 terabyte hard drive. Which, a long time ago that would be a lot, but now it's just like, it's just one. But think about how many megabyte that is. What, like a million or billion kilobytes would be a billion or trillion or a lot. Okay, the point is it'd be a lot. But anyways, been listening to Lionel Mason, learning a lot from him, and one of the things I learned, like this morning especially, oh man, how do I say this? It's all about coming down to the level of the people that you talk to. And if there's anything I need to learn in my life, is you got to do that as much as you can. And as you get older, you learn how to do it better. And that's why people like to talk to grandpa so much, grandfathers, because they learn how to do that. They learn, and that's why they're so good at talking to children, and they're able to make a difference and everything. And Scott Adams talks about how your point of view changes, and as you get older. And so when you get older, you'll start to give back, pay it forward kind of thing, as you get to that point in your life where you're able to think about others a little bit more. And some people start to do it a little bit earlier than others, and some people never do it. You have some miserable people who are not with other people. Stefan Molyneux talks about that. Talks about how, you have single people in their 40s or 50s, or even older than that. They just, older men, older women with just cats and dogs in their house. They have pets, but they're crabby all the time and stuff, and it's very interesting. But interesting to know about, but it's not good if you have to live through it, or if you live near a crabby person, with the Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. Those are, great burgers if you live under a sea under a pineapple. But if you live next to a person who's not funny, it might not be funny. It'd be funny, but not funny. So, I don't know. Don't know what to say about that, but I know that in life you can only do what you can do. And so, what can you do? Well, I'm just thinking out loud, thinking about my life, and thinking about how to become the kind of person that I want to be, even though I am already somebody to an extent, but not to a big enough extent. So that's the thing about what life is all about. You want to connect to people, you want to get down to their level as much as you can, and that's what a lot of people do. Some people are really good at it. I'd say some black people are really good at it, and I've always wanted to be like black or talk like them, imitate them. And it's good to see the difference in different kinds of people, and whatever happened to that? Oh, well, it's still around, actually. If you look around, actually, believe it or not, it's still around. The ability to learn from the best, learn from each other. It's not racist. It's part of life. It's fun to have different kinds of friends. of different races, different religions, maybe, I don't know, just different kinds of people who don't always agree, but you can still have fun and talk about it and stuff. And, you know, whatever happened to that? You know, what are you guys doing if you guys aren't able to do that? If some of you guys aren't able to do that, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get hit on the head so hard you kind of forget who you are. That's what happened to Michelle in Full House. She forgot who she was, but then she split into two people. Actually, two people. It was two people because Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. But it's like, you know, the other person was like, hey, Michelle, hey, you know who you are? You're me. I'm you. And a lot of times in life, we get to that point where we either become somebody or we become nobody. In The Walking Dead, that's exactly what happens. And some of the characters die out because they become nobody and they die. There was a big black guy and he was like losing himself. He was like feeling sorry for this family that lost their family, lost their son or their kids or something in the house. They were looking through a house looking for food and supplies and, you know, going on a supply run, you know, picking up stuff, and he's looking, and maybe it was his own family or something, I don't know exactly. But he started losing it. And when you lose it completely, you lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, you become nobody. And then the zombies came and started eating him up in The Walking Dead. That was pretty sad. And you see other people for, you know, the past 8 seasons of that show. And the series is full of these, you know, things that you may not expect. And that's what we love about the show. And our lives is the same kind of thing. We run into all this stuff that we don't expect, but then we do the opposite and we're like, oh man, I don't like this. I like it when it's on TV, but I don't like it when it's in my life. And that's a little bit too bad. But point of my diary is to get out my thoughts and stuff, but my goal is to start a show, a real show. This is not really a show or anything, but I really want to start something where I'm able to have some topics of the day, talk about them, and maybe have, you know, people watching, maybe have it live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, and YouTube, and maybe other ones if there are any others, and do it all at the same time, and, you know, continue to blog a little bit better, to the point, and you know, make videos more to the point instead of this more random. I mean, being random is cool too if you're into it, and some people are, as long as people know who you are, kind of thing. Sometimes you gotta establish yourself before you can run around a little bit too much. But it really depends on your audience and stuff, and if you have that established, then you'll do a little bit better. But sometimes it's difficult to get to that point where you're comfortable enough to be yourself, and that's probably the best thing you can do, is to be yourself, and then people can see that you're genuine and everything, and then people can decide whether or not they want to be a part of your club. But at the same time, you know, what Lionel sounds like a black name, but he's not black. Why does he have that name? But he does, and that's cool. I like it, but I'm struggling just trying to say it. But I'm also struggling to say that I just don't know how to always connect to people, because I just feel like it just takes a lot of energy to do it. Like you want people to know what you're talking about, but how long does it take is the question. I probably do it to an extent, and at times I'm doing it. As I get older, I'm probably connecting to people more often, in better ways and everything. So I'm not panicking necessarily. I'm not trying to say, oh my God, I'm a terrible, horrible person. The thing I'm trying to say is I just want to get better at it. Not to say that I don't do it at all, not to say that I'm not good at it at all, and I think you probably want the same thing. So I encourage you to think about that if you wanna. I think I talk a little bit better when I just kind of roll my words a little bit. But after 5 years of teaching English in Vietnam, I've been a little bit distracted, discouraged, and confused about how to talk in a normal way, because, you know, after being in Vietnam for 5 years, from 2012 to 2017, I'm just like, hey man, I'm just like, you know, a little bit worried. Are you gonna understand me? Hey people, anybody? Because a lot of times, you know, some people may not tell you when they don't understand. And foreigners go to these countries like in Asia, like Vietnam, and they're like, you know, try to talk to them, and then they find out, oh no, that they don't understand a little bit, but they're nodding their head like, yeah, like, yeah man, yeah, like, oh, I understand. The hell, like, I understand, like I'm biết instead of anh không biết. I don't know, like anh không hiểu, like I don't understand, like, oh, that's Vietnamese. Okay, so I'm not really good at Vietnamese, but I'm trying. Okay, all right. So talking on the phone, but I'm not talking on the phone. I'm making a video. This is therapeutic. Okay, like PewDiePie is therapeutic. Listen to it. You can listen to it. It's just a man out of his mind talking, going down the street, trying just to be the next big thing. Maybe not the big thing, but we're in it together. I'm doing it, you're doing it, or maybe you're not doing it, but you can do it. Do what? You know, talk about what you believe in and everything around the people and stuff, and use the stuff around you to make the most of what it is, and that's what made books so remarkable when there was a printing press and everything, and that helped civilization in so many ways. You know, the ability to have libraries, and now we have libraries inside our heads. Maybe not in our heads yet, but in our phones, in our laptops and stuff. Just the ability to go online and connect to other people, read stuff, watch videos, that goes beyond a book. A book can only tell you in words, like what happened or something, but a video can actually show it to you. Instead of, like, you know, drawing it, you just take a picture and, like, whoa, you can see it. That's remarkable. The things that we're able to do nowadays goes beyond anything you can ever imagine, and it's just like the world is full of miracles, and I'm just a little bit not sure how to feel sometimes. You know, I don't really feel like anything at all, because I don't really know what's going on. I am making this video for my personal life, for the record and stuff, in case you don't know. What am I watching? What is this? This is a personal video. And so I talk about personal stuff. Now, sometimes I go on a rant and I talk about stuff that I probably would talk about anyways on a normal video show thing that wouldn't be, you know, only focused on the personal life of Joey Arnold, because who cares? And as my mother says, hey, stop doing that, just talk about your personal life and stuff. All right, I understand. The thing that I gotta do, let's see, this is a Safeway card. I'm gonna try to use it, maybe get a discount or something next time I'm by Safeway and Foster Girl. born in 85 in Forest Grove. Gotta think about my priorities. Okay, so so I'm talking about my personal life because it's my personal vlogging video. Personal blog video. Used to be a field here, now it's a gas station. Been a couple different gas stations over the year, and right now it's a space age gas station. Before that it was maybe something else, like Chevron. No, not Chevron. Chevron's down the road. And I grew up going here to the Cornelius Community Baptist Church. Did I say that right? I'm struggling with saying GAs. Okay, so my dad, he came into my room this morning and said, hey, the yellow house, remember? You gotta do that. And I said, hey, the hoe is broken. The hoe, yeah, the hoe, the tool for gardening, landscaping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, that happens. But the reason why I told him that is because I wanted him to, get me a new one, so that I can work for him and stuff. And he didn't really, say what I wanted him to say. I didn't ask him, but I was hoping that he would just jump to that conclusion kind of thing. And there was Robin and in the house, Robin Baker, and she went to the first 7-day Adventist, that's called 7-day Adventist, Saturday morning. That's what she does. And she listens to Bible studies on TV in the morning at times, but she still is probably haunted by the drunken spirits. Because if you give your life to bad things, to bad habits and stuff, then the devil can get a hold of you. Alright, so I wonder, how exactly do you talk about things that people don't relate to, or things that people don't believe? Like that, for example. You talk about demons. Some people don't believe in it. So are people gonna walk away just because you say something? Like if I said, I believe in the boo or leprechaun, or something that maybe isn't real, for example. Do you just walk away, or do you just laugh or what exactly? Don't know, but Lionel was talking about that, and I wonder about that, because I can say a lot of things, and some things I may not believe, and some things I do believe in, and I wonder about my credibility. I want to, increase that. I want to increase my credibility, but I don't know how much I can do it. Like, how can I do that? And it's a crippling thing. It can cripple us up. I would say to an extent you can't totally minimize that kind of risk completely. You're always gonna run into those kinds of problems where people are gonna hear something that they don't like, and they're gonna turn you off, shut you down, walk away or something, and you're gonna lose people. So in some way you're gonna be like a troll, or people are gonna think you're a troll, a spammer, crazy person, a deplorable, some kind of deplorable. That's what Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters. And some people may say, well, don't try to say that you're totally for somebody like Donald Trump or whoever, because then you can be labeled as a crazy person if they're able to connect you to one thing or another. And I would say that is understandable. It's very understandable. Now, should you try to do that? Should you try to minimize your risk of being called a crazy person? You could try, and you could try your best I would say that it's impossible to totally do it. But I guess, like, for the most part, when you're around more people, you should try to maybe act a little normal. Perhaps that's the normal thing a lot of people say, regardless of whether they're left or right or whatever that they believe and think and everything. It's kind of a typical thing that people do. They blend in, they lay low and everything, and would that be something that Alex Jones would do? I mean, would he? Does he? Has he done that? I would say, yeah. I mean, of course, he does that a lot. He tries to, kind of be normal as much as he can, but at the same time, you have to do stuff that's a little bit different. Like, oh geez, you really have to be a little bit brave and a little bit bold, and you gotta let people know about certain things. And if you can raise awareness, if you can entertain, if you can educate and encourage and confront some evil wherever evil may be, and in a moderate approach or something, I guess, but then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but and there's some kind of line. So what I'm saying is kind of gibbly glop for a lot of people, and they're like, oh, I already know that. But I would say, there's a lot of good in saying something that is already known. I listen to people say stuff that I already know, but I will still listen to it because it kind of helps me think about it maybe in a different way, or helps me believe in it more, or it kind of just reminds you of things that you forget, because you as soon as you hear something that you know already, you're like, in your brain you're like, well, I already know this, but you weren't thinking about it until the person said it. So it's kind of good that they said it, even though you already know it. And it may clarify, and it may help, settle you down if you're nervous, or if you're, questioning, oh, I know this, but is it true, kind of thing. Is this a good idea? And if other people say it, then there's a confirmation there. If a lot of people say it, that's why the Democrats will say a lot of things over and over again. And like Obama said, you want to keep your doctor with Obamacare, you can keep your doctor bill. We find out that we can't keep our doctor, and you want to keep your plan, well, you can keep your plan. Well, we cannot do that. And then the premiums and everything started costing more and more money. And the Obamacare is just the insurance thing. It's kind of like, basically you have to buy it. You have to buy the insurance thing, and it helps you get into the healthcare. But the healthcare was already there. But it was like some kind of funnel. It's some kind of, a system of, you had to buy this before you can buy that, or they buy it for you, kind of thing. You know how insurance works. I'm just trying to describe insurance for somebody who may not know it already. But anyways, this is my private diary. So who am I talking to? I don't know. But I gotta figure that out. But trying to see if there was a light. Is there a light on my phone when I'm doing a video? I was thinking about, when people walk by me, do they know I'm recording them? I don't know. If you know me and you live around here, then you can see me and hit me and punch me in the face, but like, hey, I know you're recording. Anyways, you can see new Cornelius Library will be there. And there was Hank's over across the street, and there was another restaurant nearby, near Hank's. Hank's was a grocery store, and there's still another Hank's store in Hillsborough, probably, if it's still there. And there's the Cornelius Elementary School right here, you can see. And my brother went there. He was homeschooled and then went to the Cornelius Elementary School in 5th grade when he was 10 years old, which was around 92 or 93, around that time. And I have been here a few times, probably playing basketball when I was younger, around maybe 93 all the way up to 97, 98, around that time in the 90s. Grew up in this part of the world in Oregon, 40 miles from Portland, Oregon, 40 miles or something east of the Pacific Ocean. If you don't already know, this is my diary. So I need to get a studio, a place where I can make real videos. I consider this not really a real video because I'm just like not really organized enough. Talking a little bit, and I want to learn how to talk a little bit better, be more to the point and stuff, learn how to do that better, and we all want to do things better, so I'm working on that and stuff. And like I say every day, just gonna work on I don't know, it's really hard to say exactly, but no. But anyways, I'm still thinking about that.